showdown here on EA Sports College Football. So Boston College is headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Miners offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. He is a guy that they are very excited about making big plays in this offense. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Bohannon. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They go to the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. All right, guys, let's step back here and talk UTEP. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that,
breaks into the open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Miners with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jones. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quick completion to the right. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
There he goes. And he makes it past the 1st down marker, hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks. The Miners want to crank the tempo.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
And the Miners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Going to the run, it's Jones. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Miners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Miners! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From a couple of yards deep, he'll break. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. So Boston College's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. Gets the start for this team and tries to get the offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's McIntosh. That's caught, it's Addison. Tripped up for the tackle.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He's been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
3rd and 7. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Miners will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's McIntosh. The throw, the short hands, it's Hilliard. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab in their space. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's set this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that moment.
Well, as this offense is trying to find their rhythm and trying to get on the scoreboard here, trailing 7-0, it's been the running game that has gotten them into position in this drive, right? You're down in the red zone now. It looks like the quarterback's probably going to have to do his part and make a big throw. Let's see if he can do it.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to run, it's Addison. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick release by the QB. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! The extra point here would tie the game. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. The Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. What a cut. Now he's loose. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Hard running there. Turns it on down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Miners' offense all set and ready to start the drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's the return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So the Boston College offense makes its way onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Grab behind the line. It's Addison. BC uses a timeout here at 2nd of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
To throw, it's McIntosh. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Boston College will send out the punt team. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The offense changing the play. The run inside. It's Jones. Still on his feet at the 35. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. This time he wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
He's got to pick and choose those spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's McIntosh. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. And the Miners will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in with Coach O'Brien here at the half. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys?
Thanks, Holly.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
With the catch, it's Green. Nice move to keep running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They'll run it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lane.
Maybe a crease. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Eagles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
In the red area, it's Addison. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's McIntosh. He's got the tight end. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. And off to Jones. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Bohannon. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Miners line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a move. He broke out another move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here. It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Snags it, and there's running room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Defense makes it play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what,
could be an alley. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Touchdown, Eagles! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UTEP offense headed out to the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll pull it down. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Makes the grab. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Running inside, it's Jones. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Could not make his way to the corner. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got a man, it's Green. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to pass, it's McIntosh. Got his man. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
And he is stopped immediately. Big defensive lineman.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And the Miners want to move quickly.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And they got it.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll throw it. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Running the red zone, it's Addison. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Addison. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.